I am back from vacation, baby. That's right. If you don't know, I did go to the Fallout fan celebration in Good Springs, Nevada. And oh boy, what a time I had. I did more than just go to Good Springs. I was there for pretty much um, 3 days and, well, it was 4 days and 3 nights. And I was mainly on the strip area, if you know what I'm saying. No gambling or nothing like that, just sightseeing, saw a little show, have some delicious food. It's one of the biggest buffets there, apparently. A good breakfast buffet, and walked around town. And I'm just here to talk about my experience for my second time going to Vegas. And I have to say, things were much easier this time going to Vegas. We knew where to go, the check line. There were a few delays, not with the line, but with certain things like getting our tickets printed out or even lining up on the plane. Even though me purchasing the tickets, I was for some reason the last one to go on the plane every single time, besides my sister. And she said, well, maybe it's because she's a member. So since she's a member, she could get ahead of me. I'm like, you know what? That makes sense. Okay, but even though I paid for the tickets. That got to me really badly, but not that much. We all sat in the same place. I sat near the window the first time, and then our way back, I sat on the outside, which, in my opinion, I preferred because if you need to go to the bathroom like I do, it's a lot easier. Luggage was nice, smooth, easy. Going to the Charlotte airport, which we went through. But when we went back from the Vegas airport, they're a lot stricter. There are things I had on my bag. Apparently, I was not supposed to carry, but they were more stricter on it. For instance, I had this bottle of body body wash, and the one I came from allowed me to have it. But coming back on the Vegas airport, they're like, "Oh no, you can't carry this." They were paranoid of everything I had on me, and I was like, "Whoa, man!" Like they were a lot more stricter compared to the Charlotte one. But I guess that's just how it is in different states, how they do their job. So anyways, we went up to the Hilton Grand Vacation Hotel, and just a little bit close near outside the strip, and it had a monorail. So yeah, we had a monorail next to us, so it was a lot easier. All we had to do was walk across, get on a monorail, and we were there to strip. It was extremely fun, exciting, mainly there for the food because I always want to try the food. I didn't try any celebrity guests hope restaurants like I did last time with Guy Fieri, but I did try their biggest buffet ever, and boy was it delicious. We saw a show, we went back, and the second day we pretty much got breakfast, went to sightseeing, and went to the fancy side of Vegas, and it was the Bellagio is just beautiful. But anyways, on the final day, Sunday, we went to Good Springs. I was kicking myself in a little because Walter Goggins and the other guy was there on Saturday, but it was raining heavily, but people stayed there anyways. But we went Sunday as well. And of course, we had to drive out to Buffalo Bills. Ironically enough, looking at the map, we had to pass Good Springs to go to Buffalo Bills, which is ironic. It would have been shorter and quicker if we just went straight to Good Springs, but we had to go to Buffalo Bills Prim in order to get the tickets. And seeing Buffalo Bills for the first time was very interesting. Seeing the roller coaster, just like it is in the video game, was amazing. I love seeing that. It was like, wow. It's just like playing in the game, but in more modern style. And I enjoyed it. Apparently, there were people who were staying at the Buffalo Bills Hotel. So I wonder if people can stay there. We might stay there next time. So we'll be out there closer to the strip. The only this is the difficult part. We went to Good Springs after that. We took a little shuttle and everything, and we finally made our way there. We decided to only go to Good Springs. We didn't go to Sandy Valley. We just went straight to Good Springs, and that is it. And I have to say that I enjoyed myself. The first thing we did, we on the bus, they made things wider and more easier and accessible for people to go to. And the first thing we did when we got off the bus is people start interviewing us, talking about it, saying how amazing the show is, the video games, how did we discover it? And this time we had a lot of people out there who was there because they saw the show. And then they got into the video games. But of course, a lot more people were there because of the games. Long time people, games, all the games, from the ones from Black Isle to Obsidian to even Bethesda. Everyone was out there just enjoying themselves and having a good time. And of course, we had good things. The booths were a lot more accessible to get to, a lot easier to see what was going on. It was fun watching all the pretty little knickknacks that we got. It was pretty sweet. And the cosplays, man. Oh, the cosplays. You can't compete with the cosplays here, man. It's just amazing. Of course, we saw a Silver Shroud. We saw Mr. Fisto. Yes, Fisto. We saw stands. People selling all kinds of trinkets, from fusion cores to laser rifles to knives to jackets, all that stuff. I didn't buy much. The thing I was hoping was there but wasn't there anymore was a Vault-Tec laser pistol. I wanted a Vault-Tec laser pistol for my current cosplay, but they didn't have it there. But everything else was pretty cool. And of course, the cosplay, people wearing miniguns, people being raiders, the girl with a perfectly preserved pie, Brognut the Barbarian. A dude even had an iBot that he made floating around him with a trick that was making out noises and sounds. So that was very impressive after that. And this time things were different when we went inside of the general store to the saloon itself. When we went inside, you had two lines pretty much. The shortest line was actually inside a saloon to get your drinks and stuff, while the other line was into the general store. And this time I actually bought stuff from the general store. Before I talk about the general store, let's talk about the stuff I bought outside in the vendors area. I only bought three things, really, three things. And it's this. Nuka-Cola Victory replica. Yes. It's pretty cool. It's like a rocket bottle thing. And speaking of rocket bottles, there already are selling the actual rocket bottles out there. This should be dropping soon this week, I believe. So there's that. They're also selling a new Pip-Boy, by the way. Yes, a new Fallout New Vegas /3 Pip-Boy. You can switch through the settings, which is pretty cool. So I had this, and this is what the airport lady was looking at. Like she had to check to see if there's any substance that was not allowed onto the plane. She checked it, and it was a-okay. So that's good. Next is glow-in-the-dark glowing fungus. Yes, glow-in-the-dark glowing fungus. I always like collecting glow-in-the-dark stuff because my room is always dark. So to have something to light it up is always nice to have. And then we have this micro energy cell. All it does is opens up. It opens up and there you go. Put whatever you want inside of it. It's just nice to have around. Pretty cool, They gave it to me because I had a laser pistol. Now, if only Bethesda make a laser pistol or a laser rifle, either one, and you made a Vault-Tec laser rifle, but it's small, I would make a big laser rifle, dude. And when you have it, you can put your micro fission cell into the laser pistol, and it'll light up. Yo, get onto it. So you charge this baby up, you put it into the gun, and it lights up. Dude, man, you'd be sold out in minutes if you did this, man. I would buy that. I would buy that laser pistol off of you, no matter what. Now, inside the general store, I bought 4 things. First was this shirt. Looks pretty nice, yeah. This is actually the back of the shirt. And the front of the shirt has nothing on it. So when I wore the shirt Tuesday when I was back home, I was wearing it this way on the front. And they're asking, why are you wearing your shirt backwards? Because the picture is so awesome. Imagine wearing a cool shirt like this and no one can see the picture. And I was wearing a jacket because it's cold outside. So I'm like, might as well have people see this picture. And it kind of sucks that there's nothing on the front. That would have been nice. Next, I also bought this. I visited Good Springs, Nevada, before it was post-apocalyptic wasteland. Pioneer Saloon. So people know I visited. A tourist. Of course, I bought Sunset Sarsaparilla because I wanted to try it because it's going to take a while for the R's to get here. And I also tried the original Sunset Sarsaparilla that we had before Jones' Soda made it. They still sell those in more perfected bottles. I remember last time I went, they had the bottles like this, but the caps were homemade, so they're just out there weirdly like for. It was weird, okay? So I'm glad that they fixed up on that. That's what we did. After that, we went to the Pioneer Saloon after that. And this is when the voice actors were out in the back talking, giving advice on how to get into voice acting and what you need to do it. So that was good. We went inside the saloon. We got some drinks. I believe my sister got the Radaway, and I got the Nuka-Cola Quantum Blast and stuff. They ran out of the Red Rocket one, or any other shakes and stuff, and that was upsetting. Then after that, that Nuka-Cola Quantum Blast upset my stomach. So all I really had to eat that day was just free pastry and a hot chocolate because came with our free breakfast at the hotel that we were staying at. So it was messing my stomach, so I had to take some Tums, and I was feeling a bit better afterwards. And then we went to go get something to eat. I had me with my Sunset Sarsaparilla was some loaded fries, loaded steak fries. And the steak that they gave was actually pretty good. It wasn't just plain old ground beef like it usually is. It had some sort of steak, and it was very delicious, and I enjoyed it. But that's pretty much all I really ate there because we were saving up to eat later on for that day. After that, it started to rain, unfortunately, and we're like, okay, maybe it's time to go. So after that, this is the hard part, and it happened to us last time. It took us over an hour to find someone to pick us up. We weren't sure Lyft or Uber was going to work, so we had to try other alternatives like taxi, which will charge you up the bum just to get you taxis. But we didn't get a taxi, but at the end of the day, we struck out of luck because there was a guy out there who was just dropping someone off like 20 minutes from us, and they saw us and they thought that we were a prank. Apparently a lot of people do pranks out there where they pretend that they want you to pick up you off somewhere very far away and there's no one there. Apparently that happens there a lot, and I hate that because of that a lot of people turned us down. But this one dude, he said, I'll give it a shot. He called my sister and see if it was legit. It was legit. He picked us up and we're on our way back to the hotel. So that only happened to us once. Last time when we did, a chick came by and she immediately picked us up. It was easy. So, but we're wondering what if we might go through this again. That would suck. So, especially when you do it late at night. So, the solution next time is that we're probably going to go to a hotel that's closer by the Good Springs next time, like most people do. I guess we do it because we want to visit the Strip most of the times. But I think next time we'll do more traveling in outer Vegas next time, so nothing would happen to us. So we'll be close to the shuttles. We'll be at Buffalo Bills. We'll have to see. It's just that the hotels we go to on the Strip, most ones we go to are really nice. I mean, they're really nice. It was so nice. It was to the point where every time we were planning to go back out to do something, we didn't because the beds were so awesome. We're just sitting there lying in bed, watching TV, passing out, and waking up hours later because walking around the Strip can be exhausting. Even if you don't feel tired, you go back on that nice, comfortable bed in the hotel, your body says, take a rest. Take a rest. But yeah, I really did enjoy myself this time around. And we always plan to do. I think next time I'm going to bring me with an actual big suitcase next time. So if I want to bring more stuff back, and also if I want to bring out a better cosplay. Last time I went as a audio drama character, um, Walter Camry from Walter and Bunny's True Vault Escapades, which is a cool audio drama. This time I went as my own OC from '76, and it packed up most of my carry-on suitcase because that jacket is thick. And I think next time I want to go as an NCR Ranger next time and upgrade my NCR Ranger cosplay. I think that's what I'll do next time. Hopefully, I'll just bring a bigger suitcase, which I do have, and I'll just have to pay full exaggerated price for it. I'll be more prepared this time. I definitely will. I do plan to upgrade, and there's also one going out in West Virginia next year in May, the beginning of May. Can you believe that? That's nuts. But anyways, I'm excited for that. But anyways, that's all I got for this video. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I cannot wait for the show. You know, all this Fallout stuff that's happening is getting me hyped. It's getting me hyped. Besides the Fallout 4 situation, and it's confirmed rumors that New Vegas and 3 are getting remasters. When? Who can say? Probably the year after next, or 1. 3 will probably come out next year, and New Vegas will probably come out in 2027. That's my prediction. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. Of course, hit that bell icon. This is the background, all anime. Signing out.